ladies. Very, very well prepared. I want to just talk about a couple things with you because I'm so fortunate that they've built in extra time to make sure that we get to have a little lesson with you guys. But I want to take a moment to talk a little bit about embouchure. Okay, can you do me a favor and take off your head joint for a second? Have you ever seen the brass musicians walking around your band room buzzing?
Yeah.
The flute head joint is a similar situation. We can make 4 sounds on the head joint. And I just want to check something really quickly. And I like to call this a great prescriber. We can find out exactly what needs to happen on the entire flute based on these 4 sounds. So in closed position, and then not blocking off any air from over here. Can you echo me for a second? Now, you're a really smart musician. Did you notice what you did immediately after hearing me? You already rolled it out. So you notice that your angle was a little rocked inward. Okay, good for you. Now let's see if we can open up and vibrate all the metals in the sound. Great, so this has already shown us something huge. Can you go ahead and put your flute back together for a moment? So in opening up the sound, did you notice the tone quality difference that you created? Now, can you finger middle line D for me? Good. Now play just an open whole note. Good. Now really quickly, I'm going to shift you over this way, blow really fast speed of air. Nice job. I'm going to roll you out even more. Go ahead. Now with this position, although it feels a little strange, I'm going to see if you can play just this measure right here by opening up your sound a little bit. Good. Now on that last note, see if you can roll out even more, just to open up all the metals. Go for it. What a huge difference. So that's something that I wrote on your sheet, just a little tiny blurb about embouchure and tone quality. And a lot of it had to do with playing angle. I like to talk with my students and my private students. You can relax. Are you in marching band? They always have to be told to relax, so just calm down for a minute. But I talk to my students about the 3 commandments of flute playing, and that's about embouchure. Number 1, fast speed of air. Number 2, steep angle downward. And number 3, small lip opening. Okay, so what did we fix today? Yeah, we fixed your angle. Okay, so other than that, you've got a really nice fundamental sound, and you've done such a great job preparing. I did want to talk about 2 articulation things, and then I thought with whatever time we have left, we could talk about vibrato a little bit. Okay, so with that in mind, let's talk about these 1, 2, 3, 4 bars for a moment. Okay, did you realize sometimes these got articulated rather than slurred?
Oh.
So and it's okay, but it's something to think about because we want to make a contrast between this moment and this moment.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a chance to look at that, number 20, 21, and 22. Let's see if you can make those slurred, these articulated, these slurred, those articulated. Okay, go for it. Very good. So these moments right here, you want to make sure that those get slurred. And then this is actually a pretty confusing marking in music. You see a slur and a dot. What are you supposed to do when you see that? So you want to go somewhere in between and make that just detached, but with a little bit of length. Can you try that? G. There you go. Now put this figure into it and see if you can detach when you get there.
Okay.
Okay, now the next thing I want to talk about is vibrato. All of this gets controlled by your diaphragm, okay? So on that same middle line D, can you pulsate from your diaphragm quarter notes? Try that, like you're doing a sit-up. Good, see if you can make the pulses more intense. Good, now let's see, here's a challenge. Can you make them eighth notes? Right from the gut. Good. Push right from your abs, like you're doing a sit-up. All right, now here it is, going into 16th. So I'm going to challenge you as you keep developing your vibrato, take this method of going quarter notes with pulse, eighth notes with pulse, and then 16th notes with pulse. When you can control those with your diaphragm, you can then continue to stretch the way the vibrato goes, and it doesn't always have to be the same speed. It's all about how you want to make it feel in the piece. Okay? Very teachable, and thank you so much for playing for me today. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I apologize for those DNAs.
Oh, it's okay. Are any of them coming later?
No.
Okay.
I have a gal that comes in and helps with the flutes once every other week, and she taught them all and just say, sign up to do a solo. And I did the screen.